6 things I would never do to make money. Hi there, I'm Jarrad Brown, Australian expat financial planner based here in Singapore. In this video, I'm going to share with you 6 quick things that I would never do when it comes to actually making money, getting ahead, and building wealth. So let's dive right in. Number 1, invest all of my money in one asset class. It is just stupid. Whether it's crypto or whiskey or stocks or property or bonds or cash, investing all of your money in one asset class means that at least every now and then you're going to have a pretty miserable time. But those that are well diversified, split across the different asset classes, know that over time, one will go up, one will go down, but over time they will be making more money. So that is the first one. Number 2, following the advice of poor people. If you want to make money, if you want to get ahead, if you want to invest well, why would you listen to the advice of somebody who doesn't know how to do it? Follow the advice of people who are successful, who are practicing what they're preaching, and who are in a position that you want to be in. It is just common sense, but far too uncommon. So that's number 2. The third thing I would never do to make money is to rely on my ability to flip an asset. Whether it's a stock I'm going to buy on some hot news, or a property I'm going to renovate to flip, or a bottle of whiskey or an NFT or whatever it might be, the idea that I have to be able to sell it to make money is a ridiculous way to invest. As Buffett put it, invest as if the market was going to be closed forever and be comfortable with that investment on that basis. Whether it's property or shares or an NFT or whatever it may be, if I'm not comfortable with that investment for the long run, I'm not going anywhere near it. That's number 3. The fourth, I would never ignore property. Now, a lot of stockbrokers, financial planners will say property is bad, shares are good, you should only ever invest in shares. That is ridiculous advice. Property can be a very powerful way to grow your wealth over time, particularly if you're younger. It allows you to utilize leverage, i.e. the bank's money, to grow your asset base. It should never be the be-all and end-all. You shouldn't have all of your money in property. Again, going back to my first point, diversification is critical, but it should never be ignored. Property can be powerful, particularly if you're living in Australia where your primary residence is tax-free. Again, a powerful way to build wealth over time. Make sure you seek some advice on that one though. Number 5 is investing based on the noise. My goodness, if I was buying and selling shares or funds or property based on newspaper headlines, I'd be buying on Monday, selling them on Wednesday, and jumping out of a building on Friday because it's the end of the world. If we're following the headlines, we're not investing, we're not even trading or speculating, we're just getting sucked up in the nonsense. So do your research, follow advice, invest based on fundamentals that make sense to you, or follow the advice of your financial planner and ignore all the headlines, ignore all the nonsense, and remember the fact that if you had to create headlines and create news stories 24/7, you'd come up with some interesting content as well. Number 6 is I would never reduce my ongoing contributions to my investments because of inflation or reduced income or whatever it may be. If you think back to a time when you had an unexpected expense that arose, you had an ill family member, touch wood, there was some other expense that cropped up, chances are you found a way to cover it. And if you're here listening to this video, that issue probably went away, you covered it, you found a way to make that money work. There are always other ways to make money, to find additional funds without going into our investment funds or without really taking a bite out of our investment contributions. If you need to get rid of a subscription for a month or dine at home this month or not eat lobster or salmon, whatever it may be, we can easily find ways to save a bit of extra money and not reduce those regular monthly investment contributions. So keep them going, increase them when times are bad if possible, because over time that's always going to be the best time to invest. So they're my 6 things I would never do to make money. I hope that sheds some light. Feel free to add yours in the comments below. Thank you for tuning in and see you next time.